Hello guys, this is Vaish and we are doing news update number 50 today. So a revolutionary scheme, I would say, e-rupee, which is there in the news since last 1 week, and yesterday it was launched officially. So this is revolutionary because now onwards for payments or cash transfers and all, for different things, no debit card is required or no internet is required, and so corruption can be like reduced to like a zero, you can tell. And this is because no bank account itself is required. Okay, so how this works, that is what we'll explain. Okay, from directly the launch video which the Prime Minister and all the ministries done yesterday. From there I have taken screenshots and I'll explain you the entire thing. Okay, so first itself, the name, okay, e-rupee. If you see, we already had the UPI, okay, Unified Payment Interface. So in that, the rupee symbol, we have this, and then they put a e here and they named it e-rupee. So the naming itself is like something interesting which I found. Okay, e-rupee. So here you see it's a prepaid e-voucher. So what is an e-voucher, that you have to understand this entirely. And it is going to be a truly cashless and contactless payment. Okay, as I told, it is launched on August 2nd by the Prime Minister himself. And if you see, this is the one-line definition of it: e-voucher based digital payment solution. Okay, so don't compare it with your cryptocurrency or Bitcoin and all. That is also digital currency. And what this is actually a first step towards digital currency. Okay, government is actually, RBI already told we are against the Bitcoin model and cryptocurrency and all. Even though the technology, the blockchain technology which is there behind it, that is required, but we don't need the existing cryptocurrency. So actually the central bank is developing and working on a phase-wise implementation of a digital currency, which will come in the coming days. So this is a first step to it. Okay, so I'll tell you how this exactly works, the entire thing. So you would have already seen what is this Sodexo coupons and what is this meal passes and all, which IT companies and many people give. Where the employer, they will give to their employees like, okay, like incentive, we'll give you like this much 500 rupee worth or 5000 rupee worth vouchers we'll give you. Okay, so physically it will look like this, like there's a gift pass, there's a meal pass. So in your name, your ID, it will be linked to your account. Okay, your office account. So you can go and you can use this, but not like you can go and use it in your grocery shop which is next to your house. You can use it in your like specified places, like maybe this is only at KFCs or maybe only at Big Bazaar, or there'll be like 5-10 chain of brands in which this can be working and nowhere else it will work. Okay, and it's like one time use. You use this, you give it to them, it is over, then you cannot use it again. Okay, so this is the physical voucher system. Okay, same thing in Google Pay and all. When you scratch and win this thing, okay, when you do any payment, they are giving this thing. Okay, first they used to give cash back, then they used to give good vouchers like this KFC and Peter England. Now they have gone even worse and they are giving something which you have never heard. Okay, many companies, many some solutions which you never will use, and they are simply fooling you with these kind of vouchers. Okay, so these kind of vouchers you will get like and how will you use this? You go to this place and you are not going to use your bank account, you are not going to use your card or nothing. You will simply show this, they will scan it, and immediately they will see like, okay, inside this there is some value. Okay, like 500 rupee worth of purchase you can do and you will get that. Okay, or maybe a discount you can apply with that much money what is already filled in this. That doesn't take money from your bank account or your anything. Okay, that is why this system now government is trying to implement it for the benefit system. Okay, the cash transfer of the welfare schemes. So this is a tweet, if you see: to ensure that the benefits from the government reach its intended beneficiaries in a targeted and leak-proof manner, this Prime Minister will launch e-rupee, a prepaid e-voucher. Okay, so this, as I told you, now who developed this? Okay, this is developed by NPCI, that is National Payment Corporation of India, in association with the Department of Financial Services, which is under Ministry of Finance. Why this? Because these are the people who is in charge of all the schemes. Any money transfer to the people is going, it is through this department. Okay, Ministry of Finance has 4-5 departments. This is one of the most important department in that. Now National Health Authority is there, and Ministry of Health and Family Welfare is the key ministry of this body. Okay, and why this is also involved? Because it is first going to be implemented in the vaccination drives and all these things. Okay, so I'll show you with live demo like how they did it yesterday. That full screenshots I'll show you. Okay, and partner banks. Okay, all these things will happen through certain partner banks, which also I'll tell you which all are the partner banks. So e-rupee is a cashless and contactless instrument for digital payment developed by NPCI. And NPCI, as I told, it is a Indian body, Indian corporate company, you can tell, a registered company, which is set up by RBI and the Indian Bank Association, and under the provisions of this act. Okay, Payment and Settlement Act. Why I'm giving you is this for UPSC people, people who are preparing for exams. So this was once asked, okay, like who set up the NPCI? So this is the definition and the bodies related to that. And these are the different things which already NPCI has made and has like done revolutionary transactions till date. Okay, it's still going on. Everybody uses this. Beam or this Notch is there, RuPay is there, CTS, that is check truncation system, this Bharat bill payment system, then the QR code. All these things are like lakhs and crores of transactions are happening every single day, and it's all a huge success access. Okay, so NPCI is known for its reliability, and now this new thing, okay, the e-rupee prepaid voucher, that how it is like, I will tell you how the government will give it, but when you get it, okay, when the voucher like in Google Pay and all you get it, this is how you will look like. Okay, in a smartphone, it will look like a QR code, and if you don't have a smartphone, even no internet, nothing, you will get a text message like this. Okay, this is also a valid voucher. Okay, so this one, how it works, we'll see. These are the partner banks. Okay, Axis Bank is there, Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank, HDFC, Kotak, SBI, almost every famous banks are there. Okay, so this is the partner banks, and only through this, as of now, this will work. Okay, and I'll tell you how it is going to work. This one line you have to remember is this is for person specific and purpose specific. Okay, that is what here it is written, Vyakti or Uddesh. Okay, person or purpose. Okay, so now when you have this thing, you will go to a place and use this. That time, money, how will that person get? That shopkeeper or whoever, they will get it like directly from the government. Cash will be given to them. Okay, so you are not involved in any of this. Your thing is go and take this thing. And how these vouchers are generated, for that, as I told, these are partner banks. Okay, so the organization, it can be a public body, it can be a private body. They can go to this bank and they will tell like, okay, maybe an employer. Okay, they will tell like, okay, these are my beneficiaries. I want to give like this much vaccines for this 100 people. So that 100 people's mobile number, because that person will have the company, he will go and tell to the bank, generate e-vouchers of 100 people in these phone numbers and send it. So you 100 people will get that vouchers in your phone. Okay, you will take that voucher and you will go to the specified place. It can be pharmacy, it can be grocery, based on what the voucher is generated for. It is a purpose specific and a person specific. So only you can use it. Okay, so when you take this and go to the shop, what will happen is they will scan it. Okay, they will have the scanning device. They will scan this code or this text message, and based on that, what they'll do is they will punch in that whatever number they have to do, their authorization, then an OTP will come to your phone. So it is double verification. OTP will come to your phone, that OTP you will be giving, and then it is like verified that your beneficiary is correct. I mean, you are coming with the correct phone number, and to that phone number only this QR code has come. It is verified and beneficiary is successful, and now you can redeem that voucher. Okay, when you click on this proceed, and here see it's written COVID-19 vaccination program, meaning you cannot go and use this QR code for something else. Okay, so this is going to be a revolution, because one thing is it is not transferable. Another thing, government used to give a lot of cash benefits. Okay, direct cash benefit also. If you remember Rajiv Gandhi's time and all, he used to tell, I'll give 1 rupee from the center, only 15 paise is reaching the state. So now this government came and first did direct benefit transfer, where we are giving cash, and lakhs and crores of rupees, I'll show you the statistics at the last, is given to people directly. But that also, what is the guarantee that they will exactly use it? Like, meaning, suppose pregnant women are given like 6,000 rupees during their maternity phase, based on the timeline. So that, what is the guarantee she is using that 6,000 and actually going and doing the checkup? What if they are misusing it for something else? But this one, you have to mandatorily use it. You cannot use this anywhere else. You have to go, and also government can track it. That is another thing. That 6,000, if cash was given, there is no guarantee that you got it, because it's direct cash transfer. But after that, whether you are using it or not, what is the guarantee? That is why this will come to play. Okay, this one government can sit and track whether you actually used that coupon, how many coupons were generated, how many coupons were used. Okay, so this again I'll show you with more screenshots and all. So this, if you see, whatever is written in English also I've written here. This cashless, it's contactless, it is one-time use, privacy and security is there, because when you go and show this thing, that shopkeeper doesn't know your bank account details, don't know your name, don't know your anything. Okay, because he's simply scanning a code. Okay, so targeted leak proof delivery, this is the keyword which you have to use in exams also. Okay, which will happen through this. So this is the live conference which happened yesterday, where video conference, where Prime Minister was there, Health Minister, then all the IT Minister, I think almost all the important ministers related to this technology, they are involved, and the NPCI head also was there. He was explaining it very beautifully. You can watch that video on Twitter. From there only I took the screenshot. So here, if you see live that time to inaugurate it, okay, this is Mumbai nursing home. In the video conference live it was happening, she got the QR code, okay, to take the vaccine. Okay, it was given by the government. So she has the QR code with her in the phone like this. Now she will take this and go to the vaccination center where it is valid, and then she will show it to the person there. That person will be scanning this. After this person scans this, as I told, they have to check whether it is correct. That OTP will be coming. Okay, she will put her authorization ID, then her OTP will come. She will tell the OTP to her. She will feed the OTP. Then here, beneficiary successfully verified. Okay, so that means you can now proceed. She is telling now you can proceed to the vaccination point. So there she will be given vaccine. So it's a truly cashless, contactless system, where she didn't even have to worry like what is there in her bank account, or whether she has a bank account itself. If she has zero bank balance or there is no bank account, still this thing has come to your phone, and you can simply go and scan it and you will get the vaccination done. So this is the first place where this is getting implemented. Okay, so like this in live conference, everybody saw this. And now if you see more things, okay, connects sponsors of the services with beneficiaries and service providers in a digital manner without any physical interface. That is now sponsors. Who is the sponsor? It can be private sector, it can be public sector. So private means these guys, public means these guys. So they can if they want to give anything. Suppose now you know government is giving free vaccination, and you know these private people, they give the corporate social responsibility that every year part of their money they have to profit, they have to give on social things also. So what they'll do, they will tell, okay, our employees, government don't give the money, we will give the free vaccination to them, meaning they will go and purchase the vaccine, and then they will they have the mobile numbers of all their employees, so they will simply go to their partner bank, generate the voucher code, and then that voucher will be given to all their employees. You will get it in your phone. You simply have to walk to the nearest center and get it done. So the payment was done by partner banks through the private people, meaning their social responsibility is done in a very truly cashless form. Okay, so that is how this will work. And it has huge implications. The middleman is removed, the intermediary is removed, directly it is going the money. It can also be used for delivering services meant for providing drugs, nutritional support under mother and care child care welfare schemes, TB eradication programs. Like this, many actually hundreds of things. Modi himself in yesterday's 30-minute video, he has explained like which all it can be used. But in the initial phase, it is going to be used for health schemes, for education schemes, that is scholarships and all. If you want to give, simply that QR code will come. You can go and show it to the school or college wherever you want, and you will be getting it free. Okay. Then this, as I told, this much crores of rupees are transferred to these mothers. But as I told, these mothers can use this money for something else, or maybe their husband can use that money for something else. So now, because this is not valid anywhere else, you have to mandatorily use that QR code only in that hospital. Then it will be definitely used, and government will come to know also that you used. So you can give the next installment of money. Okay, so this is going to be a revolution if it is implemented well. Okay, so now it's over. The video is over. But for UPSC students, one last slide where the 9 pillars of digital India I am showing you, because for exam sake you have to list down certain things which is mandatory. This is the first thing which you have to write, that is digital India, the 9 pillars, and some points I will tell you. The Aadhaar card revolution, because crores of, like, out of 140 crore people, I think at least 120 crore people already got the Aadhaar card. Then mobile phones, the penetration, the number of mobile phones and smartphones being used in India is also increasing, like huge numbers. Internet connections are like the highest ever now, and we are also doing more and more through various schemes even at the rural level now. Then Jan Dhan account which went like viral, like everybody has a Jan Dhan account, almost everyone, because of that. Okay, but still some people did not take it, and that is how now this new scheme will help them also, even if you don't have a account. Then there was Jam Trinity. Jam means this Jan Dhan, Aadhaar, mobile, that three you linked, and that is why in this lockdown phase government is able to easily give money to that many people. Okay, money and all the deliverables, whatever they need to give to the poor people, is happening because of the Jam Trinity success. Okay, it's explained in your economic survey. And then RuPay card, you know, RuPay is a payment gateway. Okay, you have this MasterCard and you have Visa and all written on your card. Same like that, RuPay, when India introduced, lot of commission which we are giving to foreign companies, that was now reduced. So RuPay is also a revolution. Digital locker, where everything you are keeping safe, all your documents. Okay, you can access it from anywhere. National Digital Health Mission, under which various things are now done digitally. Okay, then Diksha is there for education. Then e-KYC, you know, KYC are happening online now. Then e-offices are there, e-courts are there, including in Jammu and Kashmir, everything is changing to paperless. Even this year's budget was paperless. Okay, he came with a tab to read the budget. Then CoWIN, which is a revolution again, even though the slots are not there because there is vaccine shortage in some places, but the portal is completely perfect. Okay, CoWIN, and it is also being given as an open source now. To most of the other countries are asking for it, so India is going to give it freely, open source software. It is going to be given. Okay, because we are giving, I think we are the only biggest country which is giving digital certificates for vaccination. Okay, other big countries are even now with pen and paper, they are writing in the certificate and giving you the COVID certificate. But now if you go to test it in your email, you will get the digital version first itself. Okay. Then direct benefit transfer, you know, subsidies for farmers and all these things, these are being done. So these are all points of digital India. Okay. Then farmers, pregnant women, students are the highest beneficiaries. And UPI and BHIM, which is the biggest ever. Okay. Every month it's a new record. If you go and take the numbers every year, every month. So the latest is, I think, 6 lakh crore rupees of transactions were done in India. And Singapore and Bhutan also asked for this, and they have also adopted the UPI model. Okay. So different countries are asking for Indian digital models, and that itself is a big revolution. And these are 3 words, 3 C's, which the national authority person yesterday told in that video: cost, convenience, and confidence. Okay, meaning the cost should be affordable or free, convenience that it should be easy to use, and confidence that it should have that privacy, security, and all that people can confidently use it. So these are the important points. You should never miss it. Okay, you can write hundreds of other points, but these points should be definitely there in your answer if you are writing about digital India. So I hope I've explained the entire thing clearly, and now this voucher system is clear for you. But you have to wait and see like how many more banks will come forward, how many more people are going to use it. Okay, because it's not like we are doing anything. Government or the private sector, the people who is giving you the service, they are going to use it, and you will be the beneficiary end. Okay, you are going to get that QR code and you are going to use it. Okay, you are not going to generate it. Okay. But if you have a company, you can do it. You can also generate it. If you are a private company, you can go and generate it and give it to your employees. Okay, so that will slowly get implemented. Let's wait and see the progress and hope it goes fine. You can also tell in comment section what do you think about this system, like how good it is or how beneficial it is. Tell us in comment section. So thank you and have a nice day.